One of the biggest things in the Illuminati industry is making males do the humiliation ritual. The humiliation ritual has been around for years and years and years. And this is when they make males dress like females. They make them wear skirts, they make them wear dresses, and they make them wear really tight clothes. And sometimes it's artists that you would never expect to do it. We've seen some high profile people, actors, artists, ASAP Rocky, Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt, Kanye West. A lot of very powerful people get put in dresses and skirts. Actors being made like Kevin Hart, the Wayans brothers being made in movies to wear dresses and skirts. This has been happening for years. They always make these male celebrities wear dresses. And this is something that's been happening for years. One of the biggest things is Dave Chappelle tried to expose this years ago, saying how male celebrities, especially actors, Hollywood makes them wear dresses. And he spoke about a lot of roles of people being put in these dresses. And we seen that in a lot of movies. We seen some of our favorite celebrities, like I said, Kevin Hart, the Wayans brothers, and the list of actors goes on to where they play a role where they are playing a woman or they're put in a dress because it's comedy. This is called the humiliation ritual, and this is what Hollywood makes these male celebrities do. And this is all for money, and this is how they blackmail them because they always get leverage over them before they do it. They have these Hollywood parties that I explained to you guys before, where a lot of powerful people from Hollywood come together and they have these parties and they talk about things, they do things that they don't want the media or people in the public to know about. These elite Illuminati members blackmail them. Once they get them where they want them, they blackmail them, they get them to wear stuff like this. And because they don't want to be exposed for, some of them are gay. And they don't want people to know, and they have sexual relationships, and before Hollywood can expose them and tell the world, they'll take a position or take a role that they would normally not take, and they will get put in a dress. Happens all the time. You see a lot of people go to award shows. They're wearing crazy outfits. Guys wearing skirts, wearing dresses, or just wearing really tight clothing. Or sometimes they're having their nails done. They may have their hair permed down, like just out of the ordinary stuff for guys to do. And that is called the humiliation ritual. Not only that, there are more humiliation rituals that people do. And sometimes you see celebrities talk bad about themselves, like they humiliate themselves. They do things to hurt their reputation. That's because that's what Hollywood wants them to do. You got to think, these rich, powerful people that control Hollywood, they get turned on by this stuff. They get turned on. And it's become a trend. And they're trying to normalize this for the next generation of kids. That's why you see a lot of these humiliation rituals from not just black people, not just white people, every race around the world. You're seeing a lot of these humiliation rituals, and they're starting at young ages too. They're starting to get these young celebrity kids to do these humiliation rituals because they're the ones who the next generation is being impacted by. It's becoming really scary, really, really scary. And a lot of times you're seeing even rappers telling each other, I love you, putting hearts on each other pictures and things like that. It's because this is the stuff the labels push. This is the agenda they want. This is how they push their narrative on people. They like the embarrassment, humiliation ritual. And because, like I said, these rich Hollywood parties are blackmailing people, drugging them and making them do things and getting video footage of it, they have complete control of them. They have control of everything they do. The industry, the rap industry is the same way. The NBA is the same way. All of these big, powerful industries have controls over their employees. Their employees being basketball players, actors, artists, anything you can think of that is celebrity status that are controlled by a bigger, more powerful vision of people who control the world. Now, people are always wondering why are these guys wearing these clothes? And they always try to say it's fashion. It's fashion is because a lot of times us regular people are not in touch with the so-called fashion. But in reality, it's not fashion at all. It's nothing fashionable about it. This is called humiliation ritual in their way for covering it up and saying it's fashion, so that people won't protest and say they're trying to destroy the minds of younger kids that are growing up and seeing these things and normalizing. Went from wearing big clothes to tight clothes. Now they're wearing dresses, skirts. Like, just look at some of this stuff. This is how they get people, and this is how they control them, and have been for a very long time. It's been very embarrassing, but it's picked up more now that social media is a thing, and all these industries are taking advantage of this situation. Just like Kevin Gates. I mean, he's getting his hair permed. He's saying crazy things. He's saying how he loves guys. He's kissing guys. Like, this stuff is becoming normalized. And that's their whole thing, is they can normalize it and make it to where it's okay. These predators out here, these powerful predators, they're feeding on these young kids. Like these young TikTokers that are coming up, they feed on these ones. And these guys in the industry, these powerful men in the industry, like men. They don't always want women. The majority of them want young men. They like to see them in dresses. They like to see them in skirts. They love that. And that's what they use to control people. That is what they do. But people are so blind to it, they don't realize this stuff, and they think this stuff is okay, and they allow their kids, and they allow them to feed into this. That's why you're seeing a lot of men growing up now wearing tight clothes, wearing dresses and stuff like that, getting their nails done. I mean, get clear nail polish, okay. They're getting girl colors. They're wearing really, really tight clothes because society has changed, and that's the power of the media. That's the power of the celebrity influence. And ultimately, it's the power of the elites controlling what society is and what society's doing. Because why? Because they control the celebrities. These people that are making them do this, that are sexually harassing these people, and if you guys don't notice, a lot of stories come out years later about how celebrities have been sexually harassed, male celebrities being sexually harassed by these powerful people in Hollywood. The reason being that it comes out years later is because they control their careers. And once their careers kind of go downhill, or they're just no longer in Hollywood, they're retired or whatever, they can expose it. They can expose it. And they let people know, yes, I was being blackmailed for all these years, and now I want to speak out about it. And people are like, why did they wait 20 years later? Because just like you have a job, and your manager may have some dirt on you and blackmail you into doing what you want and harass you in ways that you can't really say nothing, because they'll tell everybody, oh, such and such is doing this or doing that. It may not be as bad, or it may not be nothing bad, but it's something embarrassing. And that's what's happening to them, because they still have to feed their families just like us. But in the same sense, if something's not working out for you, or you having those problems, you should just leave it. And sometimes you got to sacrifice that money, but a lot of them sell their souls, and they allow them to control them like that. They sign these contracts. Some of them, in their contracts, it says they have to wear these dresses, they have to wear these skirts, and they just allow this because they don't read their contract. They get a lawyer that's part of the Illuminati circle that are being controlled by these powerful people in the industry to go over this and read this, and then they end up signing something that tells them, oh yeah, we own you now. You have no rights. And then the police in Hollywood, you can't go to them because they're paid by the same powerful people. People who create the laws are controlled by these same powerful people. So it's a never-ending cycle of people controlling people. And that is why you see a lot of humiliation rituals. And I'm going to make a separate video about the female humiliation rituals, but they're almost the same, but slightly different in certain categories, in certain ways. But there's humiliation rituals for everybody. And this is how Hollywood controls people. Even some of your favorite YouTubers are controlled by these same people. They are reaching at every platform controlling everybody. And they will not stop until they have complete control over the next generation of kids. And that is the ultimate goal, controlling the next generation of kids. Wake up. Humiliation rituals have been a thing for a very long time, and they will not end now. Stay tuned for part 2 of humiliation rituals by the elites, the women version.